Well, the good news from my perspective is that we had some people that traditionally have been very consistent for us that didn't have great nights, and we had other people step up, and we stayed all about the team. The other part of the good news is that we executed the game plan. I thought Lindsey's been really steady for us, and she just did a great job running the point, getting post-ups versus their smaller guards. That was one of the things that we wanted to do, and I thought she did a great job with that. And then Lauryn and Chantel were really probably my two highlights. Lauryn just playing with so much more composure and consistency and rebounding, and not only her own individual play, but how she influences the production of the entire team. And then Chantel's aggression. It just makes all the difference in the world for us. But that's about it. Honestly, I told the team we played one good quarter. We played credit to them. I have a lot of respect for Charity. Obviously, they beat us at their place last year. I just think that their staff is about the right things, and so I really respect the job that they do. And so credit them for some adjustments that they've made, but at the same time, I just think our big challenge is that we've got to stay mentally more locked in. We've got to hold ourselves to higher standards, and that's going to be our battle cry this next week. I honestly didn't think we were very good in our zone the whole night. We've been better at it. I think that's going to be something that we do a lot all year is we're going to change our defenses a lot. And a lot of it depends on, they had a big in. If they have a traditional big, we switched all the screens 1 through 4. Or maybe we wanted to trap some ball screens and try to get them out of rhythm. But I think that's going to be who we are. It's a little bit according to our lineups, but also we think that it's going to be easier to not find our lack of size if we're able to create confusion and a lack of rhythm for the offensive team. Well, it's always a little tricky thing because I don't want us to lose our aggression. I'm not worried about the aggressive turnover. Actually, one that Charisma had going off a speed cut with Lauryn, and she stepped out of bounds. I told Charisma, that's a good turnover. That's an aggressive turnover. It didn't work out, but you can't stop doing that. It's the lackadaisical ones when we're going in and trying to make the hero pass and it ends up as a 0 play. And we got to just make simple plays, play with more purpose, be stronger with the basketball, create easier catches. But it's a mental toughness issue, and we got to get a little mentally tougher in that way.
Yes, so Coach Tony and Coach Cori and really our whole staff had talked about how we had a height advantage at the guard spot, and so we did draw up that play for me to get some post-ups early. But also just credit to the team. I thought we did come out with aggression to score and with good purpose on offense, because every time I couldn't get a shot up, I felt like someone was wide open knocking down a shot. So I thought that we came out with good aggression and listened to what the coaches were saying from the jump there.
And I didn't give her a shout out in the locker room, but now that I'm looking at her stat line, Lindsey, 18 points, 6 assists, 2 turnovers in 24 minutes of play. It's pretty darn efficient basketball on her end, and having to play really out of position, that's a huge credit to what she's done.
I think not necessarily limit, but we had talked about since our last game, let's hunt for the perfect shot. Let's try to get the best shot we can, so let's not maybe shoot as many threes early, but if they come, they're there. So I think we did do a good job of picking and choosing our shots better. And then as far as personally, I just felt like I was getting more downhill today because I felt like I had the ball in my hands more, so I was going off the dribble more than necessarily off the catch.
Yeah, we've been talking about all summer just knowing we're not going to have height advantages, but we still have our length and athleticism. So I think knowing there's going to be bigger players and knowing how I have to be just the centerpiece down there and use my strength, move early, and just try to make sure people can't capitalize off us being so small down there. Nat, I think, is far better than she even knows yet. She's so long, she's so active, and the best times when she's out of her own head and she's just playing everywhere and she's just being free. She's so great, and she knows the game really well. So she's able to jump passing lanes, and she's probably the most willing to take charges that we have on the team right now. So she's great, and I'm really excited for what she's going to grow into, especially on the defensive end.
I mean, she's another one with a really efficient stat line. I mean, she did play the most minutes in the game, but 15 points, 3 assists, 7 rebounds, 5 steals. It's a pretty good day, especially coming back from a more subpar day from Natalie's perspective. Yeah, I have actually talked to the freshmen a lot that you're going to be on a roller coaster till Christmas probably. You're learning so much, you know. I mean, Jaden came from a program where she really controlled the ball and maybe asked for a ball screen, but she didn't have to learn a lot of plays. It was a completely different system, so she is sort of on mental overload right now, and so I think that leads to some inconsistency. But I've talked to both of them. I'm a big believer that every freshman wants to quit a dozen times or transfer a dozen times by Christmas. It's hard. But the good news is about that, if you persevere, you grow so much. You grow in so many ways. If you're willing to go through the discomfort, you'll experience things through that adversity that maybe you wouldn't have experienced otherwise. So, I think they've been really steady that way. I think they realize that, and it hasn't gotten them too down. But the reality is it's an up and down game. But, our best player didn't have a great game today. But what I told them in the locker room is that what I love about our team is that we're just all about the team. And you would never have known watching Michaela on the bench if she wasn't having a very good game. And, you can teach through that. So when your best player's that way, Charisma can't hang her head, Jaden can't hang her head. We just got to learn and get better. And that's what we say to our team all the time is, doesn't matter, get better. And it's not about you, it's about our team. So, and I'm really confident that they will choose that perspective well. Yeah. Well, I just, to be honest with you, I just was so thrilled to watch her run around out there. I mean, she's battled, foot injuries, and then she got sick yesterday from something she ate, and I mean, it's been one thing after another, and she's just really been all about giving to the team, and inside she's been really struggling, quite frankly. And so to watch her go out there and be such a contributor and be aggressive and fearless, and that's what she brings. She brings an aggression and a fearlessness. She doesn't care who you are. She doesn't care if it's the Lakers. She's going to go play and feel like she can contribute. And that's just how she is. She's so comfortable in her own skin, and she always believes that she can make a difference. And most of the time she does. So it's really great to have her out there, both emotionally as well as physically and tactically. I think she's going to have a spectacular senior season. I think having her out these first 2 games since we won them has been sort of a blessing in disguise. She actually didn't play in either close scrimmage either. She didn't play in our Gonzaga close scrimmage or Louisville. So you think about the experience that's led to Charisma and Jaden, they've gotten, and actually Kiara Jefferson too. I think she's just grown immensely from those experiences. So, but I'm very excited about Japristeen's leadership of our program. The thing about her is she loves the game so much, and I worked her out this morning, and she's, Lauryn came down and said, "Oh, you got Japriste at elite camp." She's going through drills and doing all these different things, and she's just willing to do whatever it takes. And I believe she's one of the top point guards in the country. I believe she should be a top draft pick in this upcoming draft in the WNBA, and I'm excited to watch her grow her game and affect our team over the course of the next year. I just want to say one more thing. This is Seth's last day with us, and I just want to say, Seth, you've been spectacular. We love you, and once a Bruin, always a Bruin. Thank you.
Yeah,